Afternoon, ladies and gents. I hope everybody's alright. I've come on, I'm going to do this card with you. Now it's called the Never Ending card, and I did show you how to construct it in a previous video, but this time I'm going to show you how to construct it but putting your DSP on as well, because I know it can be a pain. So you're going to need 4 pieces of 8" by 4" cardstock. Now you will get 2 pieces out of one A4, so you're going to need 2 A4 pieces of card as your base card. Okay, so you're going to take them and you're going to score them at 2 inches and at 6 inches on the long side. Okay, then you're going to turn it to the short side and you're going to score it at 2 inches, but just up to your first score line. Okay, and then on the bottom 2 inches from that score line. Okay, don't flip it over or turn it over. Try and do it where you can do it facing the same way. 2 inches up to the first score line, 2 inches from that score line. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to lay them down like that. Let me try and get it squared on for you. You're going to lay them down like that so that the score lines match up. Okay, then your DSP, what you want to do is you want to cut it all out. Okay, I've got mine all cut, and all I've done is tuck it down 2/8 of an inch. Okay, on the short side and on the long side. So effectively that would be 7 7/8, yeah, by 3 7/8, and it will just give you that little border around. Okay, so it'll look like that. Okay, it'll just give you the tiny border once you get it straight, that is. Okay, so we're going to glue these on. Don't worry about my pencil marks, they're for my papers. Okay, so we're just going to glue this on. I know I'm off frame, but all I'm doing is putting my glue on. And that'll just give me a little bit of time to give that a wiggle. Now, what you're going to have to remember is once you've put this DSP on, you may have to rescore your lines. It depends on how thick your DSP is. Now, my Stampin' Up DSP is fairly thick. Okay, just get that straight. And you're going to have to turn it over and do exactly the same on the back, because it will be seen. So I picked all coordinating DSP. I was going to say paper, but it's not paper, it is thicker than DSP because it's all foiled. Okay, and again, I know I'm only sticking my glue on, so don't go shouting at me. it's best doing this before you start sticking anything, because otherwise it'll just drive you nuts trying to figure out the measurements and all that. Okay, so there's my first layer. I'm bringing my second layer. And I've just done exactly the same to this. You score it at 2 inches, 6 inches, and then you put your 2-inch score lines in up to the first line. Okay, so we're going to glue. Is this the one I had? Trying to get it lined up because I did have it. Ah, it doesn't matter. Okay, put my glue on. And all I've done is I've used the same DSP out of the pack, and I've just reversed the paper on the opposite ones, if you know what I mean. So I'm not going to decorate it with yet any more than putting this DSP on. That's up to you. That's entirely your choice. Okay. So I think I will put my score lines back in. As I say, it is thick DSP that I'm using. Just make sure that's straight with my border. Yeah. That one there for a minute. Do this one. It's just sometimes when I get asked to show someone how to do a card, what I basically do is just do the card part of the card, if you know what I mean. And I leave the decorating up to you. But someone messaged me and asked me could I show them how to put the actual DSP onto the cardstock, and I am going to go over my score lines just because my DSP is thick, that's all, no other reason. So I'll just bring my scoreboard in, and I hope you can see it. Don't want any shouting at me that I'm not in shot. And I've got that much on my desk. Okay, so 2-inch even if you go over it a couple of times. For some reason mine keeps jumping. There you go. Go over it a couple of times. And then 6 inch. Okay, then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to go at the 2 inch up to that score line. So from there up to that score line. And then again I'm going to follow that score line down. Whoops. And again at the 2 inch score line. And it's as easy as that. And you can't even see them score, or you can, just, you can see where the light's hitting off the DSP. Okay, and you're going to do that on all 4. So 2 inch, 6 inch, 2 inch, and just follow that down with no pressure. God, that's made that really thick now. Last 2. So again, 2 inch, 6 inch, 2 inch, follow it down, two inch, 6 inch, and 2 inch. And just follow it down. Okay, get this out of the road. Now, so you're going to line up your 2 inch score lines on either side, okay, and that gives you these 4 squares. Okay, there's 4 squares, and that is where you're going to put your tape or your glue or whatever sticky stuff you use. That's where you're going to put it, and I'm just looking for some score tape because I want to be able to show you. Flip, that's not even sticky. Strange happenings with my sticky stuff. So you may want to use wet glue. Because my sticky tape is not very sticky. Let me see. find a better roll. My God, even that one's not sticky. This video's gone on longer than what I thought, sorry. So you're going to do that in all four corners. And I think because that's not very sticky, I think I will use my wet glue. Yeah, I'm going to put wet glue over that. So come back, Tombo. So you can see there that I've put tape, excuse me, on all these four corners. I'm just going to put a blob of Tombow over the top of that, I think, because I will use it. I will end up decorating it. Because I don't want to be wasting all that lovely DSP. Okay, I'll put a blob on this. Okay, so there's all our four corners with our glue on, and if you want to keep them score lines matched up, because they do need to be accurate, you can put a piece of washi tape just across there to hold them together. Now what you're going to do is your other piece where you've got your four squares, you're going to line them up. Remember, they're going that way, so these ones you want going that way. Okay, and I'm just going to lift mine slightly to make sure I've got it straight. Okay, so them ones are going that way, so these are going that way. And you're just going to butt that up to there, match up your score lines. As I say, it does need to be accurate. Give it a good squash. Okay, now comes the see if we've got the lines all matched up. So you're going to get hold of these two corners and you're going to fold them back on that score line. See, it's going to take a bit more pressure because we've put the DSP on. So you're going to fold them back on that score line. Make sure you get it even. And give that a good squash. Okay, and you're going to do the same to the other side. You're going to fold it over on that score line. So you've got something that looks like that. Okay, so that's that. Then you're going to take it and you're going to fold it out the way. Once you've got it all folded and creased, it is easier. It's just getting them folds lined up. Again, on that 2-inch line, 2-inch score line that we put in. Okay. It does take a bit of, you know, you have to show it who's boss. Okay, so that's what we've got there, and then there, then there, then there, and you could just go on and on and on and on. And don't forget, I didn't let mine dry properly, so you can let yours dry. But there you go. So that is the never-ending card and how you put your DSP on. I'm sorry it's took this long, but you know, once you've done it and once you've got them score lines in and you start working at it, then you know it will come together. Promise. Okay, ladies and gents, I'll probably speak to you tomorrow, so take care for now and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.